I hate to say I told you so. Who am I kidding? I love it just like everybody else. The theme of this week is predictions. Sometimes we make guesses, and it's always interesting to see how they pan out. We always want to be right, and if that's not the case, then you must be a loser. Speaking of losers, a couple of weeks ago, I gave a solid pep talk to the Republican Party. I laid out a comprehensive plan to get them back in the game and into the White House. Let me rewind the tape for a minute. Look, y'all got to back off the homosexuals. Gay people, not just women with other pretty women's, are going to get married. Everywhere. Soon. So y'all just going to have to accept that. If you ever want to take the pretty lady to prom again, more importantly, to inauguration, we're going to need some help from the Hispanics, y'all. We already asked them to do everything else for us. Why not vote? That hat was more than just a head accessory. It was a mouthpiece for change, and the Republican Party heard my clarion call. The Republican National Committee announced Monday that they will formally endorse immigration reform in an attempt to draw in minority voters. Unsurprisingly, the $10 million campaign will also target gay and lesbian voters. They might be holding on to bipartisanship, but I think their voter base might be getting un poco bi-curious. Do you know what this means? People are listening to me. I take 100% credit for the changes being made in the Republican Party. Why pay Karl Rove when you can hand his fat pundit checks to me? Oh, did I say fat? No pun intended. Actually, it was intended. Coaching jobs are hard to come by, and when you get a chance to build up a program, it can be a solid resume piece moving forward. That being said, I know I said I'd only do this once, but it looks like this good old boy's got to put the hat back on and ride this GOP gravy train all the way to the promised land. Woo! All right, the hat will rise again. Since I finally got y'all's attention, it's time to get some real work done. Can't celebrate after a 3-yard run, boys. Act like you've been there before, like a Bass Pro Shop or a church pew. Praise Priebus. Don't get me wrong. Progress is progress. You listened to me when I told you to back off the homosexuals and bring in the foreigners, but because you invited them to your party doesn't mean they're going to RSVP, and you're friggin' loco if you think they're sharing their tapas yet. If it ain't Tex-Mex, then I probably can't pronounce it. Moving on. All right, ladies got all types of talents these days. Brittany Griner can dunk the basketball. Serena Williams runs a fashion line when she's not scaring the living daylights out of me. And, oh yeah, they can vote. Hold on, let me check in my history books real quick, which is saved from my book learning days. Oh yeah, found 1920. Damn it, boys, we are behind on this one. I think we should stop telling them what they can and can't do with their vaginas and start worrying about what they will or won't do in the booth. And no, that ain't a fancy term for sexy parts, although it should be. Coined it. All right, you owe me $50 every time you say that. Call my agent for the details. 555, give me your damn money. And while we're speaking of wise ways of spending your time and money, maybe you should try turning on a computer. And no, porn doesn't count. All right, there's this thing called social media. You might not realize, but Barack was out there tweetering in my face and in his smart car all the way to the Tech Fest. I think he even learned Klingon. You might think the internet is some fantasy land where nerds go to become wizards, but it actually means votes. That's a term you understand. All right, and one last thing, before you go acting like the next election's in your pocket, I'd like to remind y'all of something. We lost. Losers can't get comfortable. All right, fat and happy doesn't mean large and in charge. Having trouble with my hat. Looking at you, Limbaugh, all of you. All right, so tonight, when you lay your balding head down on your silk pillowcase, just remember, you're a loser. If you want to change that, the only thing that will change that is blood, sweat, and tears. And votes, and money, and somebody that can stand up to Hillary Clinton, so good luck. That is past my pay grade. Unless you want to change that. Comprende? Come back after the break for the insider's view on the tournament from Micah Bedard. The song Basketball Jones was made about him.